What's up, consumers? Today I'm going to be following in the footsteps of the greats and ranking fast food restaurants. Just ones in the UK. As you can see, we don't have a great deal of choice compared to USA, but doesn't really matter. We've got some good stuff. And as you can see, I've got 6 tiers here. I didn't include an F tier because I only really got 11 restaurants, and this one here isn't really fast food anyway. So let's just jump right into it. Are you ready? Number 1, McNaldo's. I've only ever been to McDonald's once in my entire life. What I had was quite nice. It was a Borgia. Sorry, I'm going to say that word a lot across this video. It was very cheap, which I suppose is a good feature. And I mean, McDonald's seemed to be like the example when people talk about corporate greed and big business being bad for the environment, everything like that. McDonald's seems to be the kind of scapegoat, and I mean, that's probably true. I didn't do any research for this video because I'm a high-effort content creator. But, I mean, McDonald's is okay. They do breakfast too, which is nice, so they're going to go in B tier. Next up, we have Borgia Queen. Burger King burgers are very nice. I'll say they're nicer than Five Guys. I'll go on to explain why that is, because I can see people screaming already. And they're quite expensive. I mean, it's probably more than you'd really want to pay for the Borgia. And yeah, they're okay. And last time I went to Burger King, there was a strange Russian guy in the kitchen with half of his shirt buttons undone making the burgers, which was a little bit unnerving. It kind of detracted from the whole burger experience. But apart from that, they're nice. They're good burgers. Top Borgia. You're going in A tier. Next up, Kentucky Fried Colonel. I find KFC's existence in this country quite strange just because there are so many independent chicken shops out there, and most of them are probably nicer and definitely cheaper than KFC is, but KFC's still nice. You're getting quite a unique thing compared to all these others. They do cook their food in a lot of grease. I mean, after you've eaten this, you'll just feel incredibly greasy. But KFC's nice. I don't want to put it below McDonald's because it doesn't really deserve that. So KFC, you're going in B tier. I won't talk about slavery. Next up, Five Lads. Now on Five Guys' website, it says they do over 250,000 different combinations of burger. And when you go into the restaurant, you get to choose your own. But the thing is, I'm sure 99% of those taste like complete garbage. Because, I mean, if you leave the decision to me to make a burger, I'm going to put way too many onions on because I think they sound nice. I'm going to get the sauces wrong. I'm going to get the wrong mix of wet and dry ingredients. It's going to be horrendous, and they're really expensive too. So, yeah, not very good, Five Guys. Sorry, Burger King's probably nicer. Also, they seem to have some weird cult following around peanut oil in the restaurant. You might notice that if you go in, and it's a little bit scary. I don't know why. That might just be me. Noticing that. But Five Guys is going to go in B tier. Next up, we have Pizza Hut. Now, Pizza Hut, I've never had a takeaway from there, but we always used to go to the restaurant, me and the boys, going to Pizza Hut, like at the end of year 8, the last day of term. It was pretty good. Always used to get the midweek buffet. That was quite cheap. And, I mean, the meat pizza used to disappear really quickly, and there'd just be some sad-looking sweet corn pizza left over or something. But it was a good time. It was a simpler time, except if you left the table, your friends would probably piss in your drink or something, so maybe it wasn't that good of a time. Pizza Hut's quite nice. It's going to go in B tier. Number 6 on the list, we have Domino's. Now, I've only had Domino's pizza once, and I was about 6. I don't really remember what it tasted like, but what I've gauged from the 97% scientific consensus, it seems to be that Domino's is worse than Pizza Hut. So Domino's, you're going in D for Domino's and death. Next up is Wacky Taco Bell. When we first got a Taco Bell in my city, it was about December, and I was really excited, and I went with my friend one day, and it had just been raining, and it was really muddy, and the location of the Taco Bell is kind of on a godforsaken industrial estate, so it was a bit of a strange walk to get there, but it was nice, but I don't know, the food doesn't look very good. I got a burrito, and you bite into it, and it's very nice. Then you look inside, and there seems to be some kind of brown cheese. Everything's really creamy. It doesn't quite look like anything you could make at home, which is, in this context, probably not a very good thing, and I've never been back. There's also all sorts of rumours to do with food poisoning in Taco Bell, although that's not my experience. That could just be other people getting very unlucky. So there you go, Taco Bacco, going in C. Number 8 on the list is Subway. Subway. I've never had a Subway in my life, and that's because the one rule of Subway is that there's always something better than Subway. If you were to die and go to hell, and there was a Subway there would be something better. So Subway is going firmly in E tier. Next up is Greggs, and Greggs have been in the centre of quite a lot of controversy recently. Not that this is really something that controversial in the grand scheme of things, but because of their vegan sausage roll, and it seems to have divided people into two camps. You get the first camp who are like, oh, this is really great, I'm going to eat one of these every day, I'm going to tweet about how this is great for the environment, and I'm going to cry myself to sleep every time someone else buys a sausage roll, because pigs are my sisters and I'm a child of nature, sort of thing. And then you get the other half of people which just kind of really hate it and talk about it being infested with soy and everything wrong with our generation. And I mean, the whole thing's a little bit depressing, and apart from that, they didn't really do much, so it's going in C. Sorry, Greggs. Second to last, we have wasabi, and wasabi's quite unique because it's only found in this country, so anyone watching this video in big old freedom land won't have tasted this, but it's quite nice. Their restaurants all look very clean, they have big fridges full of meals, and they all look really nice. Like, it's the kind of place you go into, you get really hyped up for whatever you're going to eat, but then you buy it and it's normally something cold, and you normally spend 20 minutes deciding, by which point you're just really too hungry to care what you have. And the thing is, when you eat it, it's always very slightly worse than what you expected, so for that reason it can't really go in S tier, but the food's still very nice, and it's unique, and it's, I want to say healthy, it's probably not very healthy, so wasabi's going to go in A tier. Now, last up, we have Nando's, and Nando's was on the Wikipedia article about fast food, which is why I included it, but it's not really fast food. You go in, you can't really get a takeaway, at least I never have, and it's really nice, but it can't really go on this list, so I'm just going to leave it down here in its own little corner, and I'll just call it no. That's a good idea. No for Nando's. Yeah. So that's the end of the video. I can see the one person watching this might be getting angry, so leave in the comments below what you thought, whether you would disagree with me, whether you're one of the people that worships Five Guys, like everyone I know. I realise nothing I've put in this video has actually gone into S tier, and I like to think that's because you should be supporting local independent businesses, but really it's just because I didn't really think this through, and I mean, none of these are really good enough, let's face it. So yeah, that's the conclusion of the video, really. Subway sucks. Bye.